Hi, this is Leila Torres of OrigamiSpirit.com. Today we are going to be folding Christmas lights, and we have two versions. This is three-dimensional and it's good to hang as an ornament, and this is flat and it's good to use on greeting cards. To make a light which fits on the palm of my hand, we can use a piece of paper 2 inches by 6 inches, 5 centimeters by 15 centimeters, that the proportion is 3 by 1. From a square we can get 3 rectangles enough for 3 lights. So what we want to do is to divide it in 3 equal parts. To do that, we are going to roll the paper and make it in the shape of an S, as we see here, and we are going to move it back and forth and adjust. It is a little bit of hit and miss, but with practice we can do it fast. Once we have marked our points, we're going to fold it all through, and the same for this. Now, since the idea is to make many lights, we can use this piece of paper as a template. So we don't cut it for the moment. We are going to use it as a guide to fold the rest of the paper. What we want to do is to fold one of the folds here, so that is like this, and then we're going to insert the other papers that we have, fold the way as far as it goes, and then bring this edge to meet this edge. Open, we have 1/3 here. We can rotate it, insert as far as it goes. We have then our 3 rectangles. We are going to make one more fold to begin the process of folding the light itself. So before we cut, we rotate the paper, insert it, and mark a perpendicular. In the same manner, we want 1/3 of the distance. And we just leave only one. Now we are going to cut along here and along here, and we have paper for 3 lights. So we are going to take one of those pieces of paper, turn it over, and make sure that this fold is a valley fold on the white side. For clarity, I will continue with a bigger piece of paper, exactly the same proportion. Now, the process to make both the three-dimensional or the flat is just about the same, almost all the way to the end. What we want to do now is to mark a central line here only in this area. Just a short line. It will be a guideline for later use. Now we are going to fold this longer flap over to the left side, and we are going to bring this edge to meet this edge and fold just a mark on the top here. It's just a pinch mark. That's the middle distance between here and here. Now we want to mark the middle distance between here and here by bringing this point to this point. And pinch mark. Again, we want to mark the middle distance here by bringing this point to this point. And one last time, we bring this point to this point. And that will go all the way through. Now we are going to turn it over for a moment, and we are going to bring this edge all the way over to meet this folded edge. We turn it over again, and we are going to bring this edge over to that central mark that we did in the past. And we're going to mark the fold only on this area of the paper, the one that has double layer. We hold with our fingers well and mark only that white area. Now we have a little pleat here, and what we want to do is push that edge, that folded edge, and bring it as far as it goes in here and flatten it. Now we are going to rotate the paper and repeat the process on this side. We are going to fold to the center, mark in here, leave this the way it is, and there is a pleat here that we proceed to push lightly as far as it goes in here. We create a new fold and flatten. Now we are going to take this point and fold the edge to meet this edge. This is a pre-fold. Same on the other side. And now those little flaps that we just made, we reverse them and hide them in the back. Now we're going to rotate, and we are going to bring the lower edge to meet this point, and we're going to mark a fold about here. Now we want to locate this point underneath and mark the paper there so that it matches. Then we open and create a valley fold along that marked point. We fold again here, and this will be a tab and this will be packets. So we insert created, and we have made a loop. We're going to fold a little hem. This border will go in a little bit, and the reference will be that this will be exactly aligning with this area. We can do it by eye, or we can use another piece of paper and align with this border and this border. And we fold up so that the yellow edge meets the green edge. We rotate and repeat on this side. Now we can proceed to finish three-dimensionally, like this, or flat. We are going to make the flat first. So we pinch mark the center by bringing these two borders together, just a tiny mark there in the center. And then we are going to bring these points up, leaving a gap between here and the center. Just a tiny gap. Rotate, and same on the other side. And we have the flat version all finished. Now we're going to do the three-dimensional. We have another piece of paper folded to this point, and we begin from there. We want to rotate the paper, fold it in a half, so that there is a mountain fold on this white side. It's just going to go about to this central area. Then we bring this point to meet this border, and we are going to create a fold that goes from this point to the center. Now we are going to bring this edge to align with this edge. And now we are going to unfold. So we notice that this is a mountain fold. We are going to push from the sides, bringing these 2 points together. At this point, the piece begins to be three-dimensional. We refold that flap. This little edge aligns with this edge. And over here, it will go as far as it naturally folds. Unfold, and this little flap in the middle, we are going to turn it to the other side and repeat the process. We are going to bring this border to align with this border. And fold where it naturally falls. Go back to this position, and we notice that here there is a pocket. So we want to fold this point into that pocket. And we're going to bring the other side, and there is a little point, a little flap left over here. We're going to want to insert it behind it into the pocket. So we want to create a fold that goes from here to here. We can pre-fold it as a valley fold. and then reverse it into a mountain and help it go right in. That way we lock our point here. We might want to emphasize or to reinforce this as a valley. And we have our lights. Now we are going to thread the lights. We make sure that the loop is nice and round. We insert the little flap into the packet. That will secure it, but if we want to reinforce it, we can apply a little bit of glue in that area. Pass the needle once. Make sure that the distance is about the same as the previous one. And make another loop and secure it. And then we can continue adding as many as we wish. Here we have the lights. I hope you enjoy them and you celebrate with me the coming of light to the Northern Hemisphere. I love that. And I invite you to subscribe to this channel and receive alerts for new origami tutorials. Thank you. This is Leila Torres of OrigamiSpirit.com.